Good morning. How the devil are you doing this fine day? Me? Well, the day has finally arrived. I've been talking for weeks about the impending launch of our brand new Friday lunchtime show, and all that talk finally comes to an end this afternoon. We'll be back here, wherever you're watching this, we'll be back here at 1 o'clock. 1 p.m. today with the first ever episode of Construction Equipment News. The show is going to be a lot snappier than this one. There'll be virtually no video to speak of, just the latest news about the greatest machines, each brought to you in an easy to digest, bite-sized chunk. The show will need to find its own voice and its own look and feel, obviously, over the coming weeks, but I can tell you that one of the features that we have in store for you is a slot that we're calling Hot or Not. We're going to show you a brand new machine, or in this week's case, two new machines, and we're going to put them to the public vote. Is the new machine hot or is it not? We'd love to get your thoughts. We'd also love to get your thoughts on the show format once the first episode is aired. And don't hold back. Not that you ever have in the past. Don't hold back. If there's anything we could do to improve the show or anything we should drop, including the host, then please do let us know. Now, enough about that show. What about today's show? Well, it's another packed one as usual, and we have another Plantworx prize draw for you too. So you should be used to this by now. For your chance to win another Plantworx goodie box, please type the word Plantworx into the chat. Plantworx. I'll keep that banner going up and down throughout the show, just to remind you how it's spelled with Plantworx, and we will draw a winner at the end of the show. Now, without further ado, let me roll the intro and get this. Have I got a question of the day? I'll come back to that. And let's get this show on the road. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony. Just going to say a very quick good morning to a few people. Kerry Jones has just joined us. Morning, Kerry. Jack Spicer has joined us as well. Our friend Peter Sicknote McKenna is here as well. Morning, Peter. Katie Kelleher is here as well in her new job. Surely you can't be taking mornings off on your new job, can you? I wouldn't have thought so, but thank you for joining us, Katie. Always welcome here. And she has entered the competition as well. Stephen Guthrie is here as well. Mantis Umbrasas is here. Dan Cullen is here. Who have we got here? Is that CSW Groundworks? I'm going to do the usual thing. Haven't seen you here before, so you get some welcome confetti, and thank you very much indeed for entering our competition. Back to the comments just to see if there's anybody else that I've missed there. Katie doesn't start her new job until Monday. Glenn Johnson's here as well. Better give Glenn some welcome confetti as well, because I haven't seen Glenn here before. Thank you very much indeed for joining us, Glenn. Let's have a very quick look. We are going to press the button in a minute. My mate Jeff Pinion from the World of Brock is here as well. And Lou Carney. Lou, do not enter the competition to win the Plantworx goodies, because I'm sure your house is already full of them. Now, it is... what is it? It is Friday, the 14th of April, I think. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I am your host, Mark Anthony. In today's show, just pressed the wrong button. It is boom time at Serco. Magni TH takes us around its new range of rotating telehandlers. We're getting comfortable with Hyundai, and a Scottish quarry opts for a locally built Rokbak ADT rather. Plus, we have, as you can see at the foot of the screen there, we've got another giveaway from those fine folks at Plantworx as well. We'll get to all of that in just a second. But first, let's see who among the rich and the shameless will be celebrating a birthday on this day of days. Happy birthday! These Plantworx prizes are proving extremely popular. We've had 12 entries for that already, but don't forget Plantworx in the chat, and we'll get to the draw at the end of the show. Now, it's many happy returns to old school actor John Gielgud and to Haitian dictator Francois Duvalier, or Papa Doc as he's better known. Happy birthday also to actor Rod Steiger, country singer Loretta Lynn, actress Julie Christie, baseball legend Pete Rose, who I bumped into in a hotel in Las Vegas once, and to guitarist Richie Blackmore, quite possibly the most unpopular man in rock music, to Robert Carlyle from the Full Monty, Anthony Michael Hall from the Breakfast Club, Adrian Brody from The Pianist, and to Buffy the Vampire Slayer herself, actress Sarah Michelle Gellar. Many happy returns to them, one and all. Now, I did say that I had a question of the day and then completely forgot to put it up. Yes, our brand new show, Construction Equipment News, drops at 1 p.m. this afternoon. So wherever you're watching this, come back at 1 p.m. and get more of it. It's a different format, but it's me and doing things. So yes, make sure you tune in for that. Now, we're going to start the show properly now. I do have something very good to show you in a second, but Gary Muirheads, just to let everyone know, I won't be entering today's prize draw giveaway after death threats from entering, and I've won already. Yes. I was trying to figure out how to ban you on the platform anyway. Couldn't figure it out. Gary, you and I spoke offline yesterday. Thank you again. That will become clear at some point in the not too distant future. Ed Butler is here as well. Morning, Ed. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Don't forget, type Plantworx into the chat. I'll throw it up very quickly just to remind you exactly how it's spelt. Plantworx. Type that into the chat for your chance to win a Plantworx goodie box. Now at Bauma 2022, yes, you remember all those months ago, the Italian manufacturer or Italian telehandler manufacturer Magni unveiled its new RTH range of rotating telescopic handlers. Then, about 30 minutes ago, the company premiered a brand new film that takes us under the skin of those very impressive new machines. We were on the ball, as always, and we can now bring you that film exclusively right here on the Breakfast Show. And I have to admit, I'm quite looking forward to this one because I haven't seen it myself yet.
Welcome on board. Today I'll show you the must-have machine made by Magni, the RTH. This model is part of a huge range of telescopic handlers, 100% made in Castelfranco Emilia, that covers capacities from 4.5 tons to 13 tons and up to 51 meters working height. What's new in this collection? Our journey starts from the cab, registered model, one of our key features. The cab has been moved forward with respect to the turret to improve the visibility of the operator, being seat closest to the fork. Entering the cab, you can immediately see how the door locks at 180 degrees and can be easily unlocked from the ground. The new cabin is equipped with the Easy Access system, a pending patent by Magni, which allows you to block the rotation of the machine so as to allow easier entry into the cabin. The interiors of the cabin have been completely redone. All the upholstery has been created with injection molding to have extreme precision in the details and finishes. When the door is opened, courtesy lights, positioned under the seat armrests and under the push-button panel, are immediately turned on. These lights are dimmable. The overall visibility of the cab has been improved by increasing the glass surface. The cabin is equipped as standard with sun blinds to ensure operator comfort. Windshield visibility has been improved by having wiper motor housed at the bottom and having vents that are always open that guarantee constant airflow to defrost or clear the windows. Again, with a view to improving visibility, the steering column has been thinned while maintaining all the adjustment standards. A practical pocket for objects has been inserted into the upholstery, housed under the right armrest. A practical thermal cup holder has also been included, designed for operators who work hours on the vehicle. 2 technical compartments have been inserted to contain most of the electrical control units, fuses and diagnostic sockets in order to simplify extraordinary and ordinary maintenance of the vehicle. In the rear part, behind the seat, the remote control has been housed in a dedicated case, 2, 12 or 7-inch displays will be available depending on the model selected. The software has been unified for the whole range. The load chart screen is available in 3 versions. The standard display, as per previous display. The dynamic in real time, where you see only the area where you can move with the load safely. The dynamic view from above. Also, the joystick has been simplified and is configurable in different versions and programmable directly from the software. To give the operator a better experience, we've also added a storage compartment in the left side of the machine. The electrical system has been simplified. There are fewer wires and integrated diagnostics by increasing the number of components in CAN bus. Standard numbering has been adopted for the wires. The main innovation concerns the hydraulic system, which can benefit from considerable energy efficiency by reducing consumption, but without affecting the performance of the machine. We have also to highlight the fantastic performance in terms of lifting capacities of these new models that set new records, that are up to 50% bigger in the load charts. Magni has always achieved real objectives and communicated the market performance actually achieved or achievable. Loyalty towards the end customer has always been maximum.
Yes, fine video. I do know it was dark. That's the artists at work, I would suggest. I am hoping to find out a bit more about those machines, hopefully while I'm in Verona in about 2 and a bit weeks now. Going to quickly remind you, type Plantworx into the chat for your chance to win a Plantworx goodie box. We currently have, let me check, 13 entries. Unlucky for 12, I would suggest. But if you haven't done so already, please type the word Plantworx, Plantworx, into the chat for your chance to win. Now, you will know from our 2 previous ConExpo films that the ADT manufacturer Rockback is currently flying in the US. Well, as it turns out, they're also doing pretty well here in their native Scotland.
The Rockback came to site in September 2022. She'll operate as and when needed. She'll generally run 5 days a week.
The Rockback will come down here and it'll get loaded, and then we'll go up to the sand plant. It saves us taking it up bucket by bucket. The Rockback helps out a lot.
The fuel usage on it's good. That's where we're looking to make savings. We've not suffered any downtime with the machine since we've had it, so that's been a big plus for us.
We haven't had any issues with it so far. It goes everywhere and it does everything that we've asked it to do.
Winter conditions are always a challenge. There's times where the quarry can suffer from a lot of rainfall.
The RE30 has been used in the pretty bad rain. The Rockback handled the rain well. It was still comfortable, it was good to operate in that kind of rain. And the rain was pretty heavy.
My biggest thing is that the guys are happy with it. The feedback that I've had so far off the operators have been good. It's smooth, it's easy to operate, it's quiet when you're in the cab, and it's comfortable.
It is a very comfortable truck to drive. I really like the cab's spacious. The visibility is good, the windows are big.
The visibility of the machine works really well for us. The camera system on it's actually really good.
The rear view camera makes my life a lot easier when you're reversing.
It's easy for the guys to maintain. All the dials, everything's easy to read. It's not digital dashes everywhere and things like that.
I'm sure it'll live up to its reputation of being a good, robust truck, which is hopefully going to last us.
If ever they decide to recast Batman as a Scotsman, My money is on Robbie Robertson, the operator of that ADT. Perfect voice for the job. Now, congratulations to Rockback on securing that ADT order. And also congratulations to the customer as well. I think they've got themselves a damn fine truck there. It's time to head back to the Grib ConExpo stand once again as we gradually work our way through the company's wide and extremely diverse range. Next up is the Serco range of truck-mounted booms and materials handling equipment with my old mate Bruce Bacon. Take it away, Bruce.
I'm Bruce Bacon, and I'm the general manager at Circo Loaders in Two Harbors, Minnesota. Circo is a company that's been around for many years and really built their reputation on longevity, parts availability, simplicity of service, and they built a reputation in the forestry industry, which is probably the most challenging application for knuckle boom loaders. They have to be extremely durable because they get used very hard, and the company organically grew over the decades because of that reputation for parts availability, quality of the product, longevity, and Circo's built more than 13,000 loaders over the past 35 or 40 years. So a lot of experience in that factory and out in the field. What Circo brings to Grib is entry into a marketplace that's really growing. You know, we're forestry focused, but we're moving into the scrap metal recycling, demolition, storm cleanup, railroad service groups. So it's a company that's really growing. And we offer a lot of room for expansion at Circo. And Grib brings to Circo a lot of specialized expertise in procurement, in engineering, in factory floor efficiency, and plus the support of a larger company with a lot of expertise and interaction between all the companies in sales and markets and market intelligence. So it's really a good marriage. Innovation really comes from, and I have a lot of experience in this with other industries and heavy manufacturing, the ideas really come from the customer. So the real criteria is if you have a close relationship with your customers and pay attention to what their needs are, because that's really all we're doing is trying to fulfill a need, make their life better, easier, smoother. So we have several products that are in development right now, including one that will launch late this summer, that really the criteria for the way that product is designed and performed comes directly from consumers, from end users in whatever specific industry that we're trying to fulfill the need in. And that's the name of the game. Be close to your customers and listen to them.
Another fine showing from the team at Grib International. They're actually about to launch a brand new product at the ISRI show in Nashville next week, I think it may be, which sadly I'm not attending, but I will keep you posted as and when that happens. And something else to keep you posted of, I just received a notification on my screen. We have just hit our highest ever level of concurrent viewers. I don't know what's caused that. The Plantworx competition, my handsome visage, one of those things, we've just hit an all-time high. So if you're watching for the first time, you've just pushed us over to a new limit. Thank you very much indeed for that. Let's have a very quick look here. Dan Cullen says, and thank you, Mark, for another week of fantastic content and giveaways. Congrats everyone that won. Don't forget, if you or your friends, colleagues are looking to join my WhatsApp groups, let me know. Have a demo, CCDO, and all construction regular jobs daily. Okay, Dan, you can find Dan over on, obviously on WhatsApp, but you can also find him on Facebook as well. And Katie Kelleher, thank you very much indeed. I wish I'd done something special today to actually push us to a new high, but it just happened by a complete fluke, apparently. Now, I'm going to play you a short film now. It's just under a minute long, so you'll need to be very, very fast indeed. I want to see if you can figure out who made this film and what it's actually about before the big reveal. and you will need to be really quick. The reveal comes at about the 20-second mark. So, are you ready? Who made this and what is it about? You have 20 seconds. Nope, don't think I would have guessed that either. Who knew? Hyundai focusing on all things comfort. As Katie just said, was expecting shoes. I have to admit, that wouldn't have surprised me anywhere near as much as a mini excavator. Yes, there you are. That's the advertising department getting a bit carried away with themselves, but good video nonetheless.
Since the finance bill came into effect in April, the construction industry has seen a surge of fuel thefts. The rising cost of living has placed an additional risk of theft by employees and contractors, as well as opportunistic thieves. By using diesel dye and placing warnings of its use, you are sending a clear message that this is your fuel.
Now, our last film of the day is 1 minute long, which means that you have about 1 minute and 30 seconds in which to type the word Plantworx into the chat for your chance to win a Plantworx goodie box. That's Plantworx. Let me have a very quick look. We are up to 16 entries so far. So if you haven't done so already, you now have just over a minute in which to enter. Let me take that off the screen. Now, by nature, I've pressed the wrong button again. Bear with me 1 second. Take that off the screen. Here we go. By nature, I'm not an envious person. I do not covet my neighbour's ox, mainly because my neighbour doesn't actually have an ox. If someone has something that I don't, I just think, well, good luck to them. There are exceptions, however, and I'm about to show you one such exception. I own several hard hats, including at least two, I think, that were sent to me, but which have never actually been on my head. But having seen this video, I now desperately want one just like this. Yep, looks like a cross between an ice hockey goalkeeper and Iron Man, doesn't it? I think that's precisely why I want one. Now, the time has come to find out who has won our latest Plantworx prize draw. Let me have a very quick look. How many entries do we have? If you're late to the show, you can still got a bit of time. Plantworx in the chat, Plantworx into the chat, and I'm going to take it in 3, 2, 1, 0. CSW Groundworks, a newcomer on the show, has just walked away with the big prize. I have to admit, looking at that confetti and the word winner, I just automatically expect the word Gary Muirhead to be written underneath. But CSW Groundworks, I can see you're watching over on YouTube. Do me a favour, drop me a line afterwards and let me know whereabouts in the world you are, and give me a name, a specific name at the company as well, whoever it is that is actually watching the show. I will be off to the post office later this afternoon and I will get your prize in the post for you. CSW Groundworks, congratulations. Very, very good indeed. Let's have a look. Yes, that Husqvarna thing does look a lot like an American football hat. There's a bit of agreement there when you have sight at 7 a.m. but American football at 7 p.m. Maybe that's why I like it. I'm not entirely sure. And it is Craig Williams at CSW. Congratulations, Craig. Fantastic stuff. If Gary had one, I'd be taking a trip to his house to throw eggs at his windows. Thankfully, Gary took a large step backwards today. But Craig Williams, congratulations, and thank you very much indeed for joining us. Hope that's not the only time you're going to be joining us. Now, I need to play this before I remind you of what we've got coming up this afternoon, when I can find the right button to press.
Sorry to interrupt the guy with the funny glasses, but if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button as it helps our channel. Or, better still, share this video with a friend or a colleague. Thank you. Right, back to Beardy.
Right, that pretty much wraps up the main part of this morning's show. I'm going to roll the outro in just a second before leaping gazelle-like over into the chat to see what you're all saying today. If you can't stick around for that, then please stay safe, look after yourself, your family, your friends and your colleagues. If you have the time and the inclination, please join us at 1 p.m. for our new construction equipment news show. Failing that, stick around after this for the crack. Morning, gang. How are we all doing? And congratulations again to our new friend Craig Williams, who has just walked away with another prize. There we are. Here is it. Found all the videos very good. See, Craig Williams may well be back. Thank you very much indeed for that, Craig. Have to admit, I mentioned it earlier in the show. I don't know what the numbers are, but my system just flagged up. We have just hit our highest ever number of concurrent viewers. The growth continues. Mark Whiting was the first off the mark this morning. Morning, Mark. Good of you to join us. Thank you very much indeed for being here. The ever successful and lucky Gary Muirhead. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, guys. Happy Friday, everyone. And a very happy Friday to you as well, Gary. I'll be telling you more about Mr. Muirhead's generosity in about 5 shows' time. Watch this space. Let's have a look. Dan Cullingham's here as well. Top of the morning, lads and ladies, he says. Jeff Penyon's here as well. Good morning, Mark, and good morning all, and good morning to you as well, Jeff. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Morning, everyone, on a fantastic Feet Up Friday. How do you get a Feet Up Friday, Rob? I'd like to know how you pulled that off, because I've got this show I've got to round off. I've got another one at 1, and then I'm on a podcast with the Canadian at 5 o'clock tonight, I think. I need to check. So yes, no feet up for me today. Kerry Jones is in the house. Morning, Kerry, and Jack Spicer as well. Peter McKenna, who is still laid up sick, but at least that means he gets to tune into the show. Our friend Katie Callagher is here as well. Morning, Katie. Lots of entries for the competition today, proving very popular. Let's have a look. Stephen Guthrie's here as well. Our friend Mantas is here again. Thank you very much indeed for being here. I am going to check in with you at some point over on LinkedIn just to find out who you are and where you are. But thank you very much indeed for turning up again. And there is the winning entry for our Plantworx competition, CSW Groundworks. Congratulations once again. Glenn Johnston is here. I think I called you Glenn Johnson earlier. My mistake. There was a West Ham footballer called Glenn Johnson. I probably just got myself confused. Ken Hatcher's here as well. Katie Callagher, good luck for Monday is all I will say. I know you've got a new job that's coming up. I was reading about that over on LinkedIn, so the very best of luck for you when that starts. Morning gang, says Lou Carney, who actually helped provide the Plantworx goodies at CSW. Groundworks have just won, so thanks indeed, Lou, and thank you for being here as well. Rattling through, there is our friend superstar Steve Williamson as well. Gary Muirhead, yes, he ducked out of the competition very kindly. Let's have a look. Question of the day was, are you going to be tuning in this afternoon? Peter McKenna says, if the wife lets me. I've got to be honest, the show will only go ahead if my wife lets me, so I feel your pain, Peter. Ed Butler, the other half of the dynamic duo, is here as well. Good to see you here, Ed. Sorry you didn't win this time, but there is still a few more of the Plantworx goodie boxes to give away. Just to let everybody know, I saw a question of the day. No, I saw a question here. Dan Carr says he will try to tune in. Will it still be under the same heading? The new show is called Construction Equipment News. New logo. It's not a new logo, it's a logo for a new show. So new look, but if you're watching on Facebook as you are, Dan, just go to wherever you normally find this and you will find that at 1 p.m. this afternoon. We're broadcasting live on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Twitter as well. So if you are around at 1 p.m. this afternoon, please tune in for that and take part in our hot or not discussion. And the hot or not relates to a couple of Kobelco mini excavators. So if you particularly like Kobelco mini excavators, or if you really don't like Kobelco mini excavators, please tune in and let us know. And there's my answer. The new show is called Construction Equipment News, Dan, but you'll find it at the usual place on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn, and on Twitter as well. Yeah, the Magni machines certainly do look the part. I used to work with worked with a guy. I did the work, he was a guy, who insisted that Magni TH, Magni telehandlers, Magni TH, was actually called Magnith. And I said to him, you realise it's pronounced Magni, and it's not, it's TH. No, it's not. And we had this back and forth. And in the end, in a fit of pique, he picked up the phone and he phoned Magni TH to have the phone answered. Good afternoon, this is Magni TH. How can I help you? And he just put the phone down very quietly and walked away. Magnith. Pillock. Morning love, said Ed Butler. I'm guessing that is probably aimed at Steve Williamson. May well be aimed at me. I'm not entirely sure. He's a very good friend. The Magni video is very dark. Yeah. I think we have Christopher Nolan to blame for that sort of thing. I think we've now accepted the fact that the darker you can make a thing, the cooler it becomes. I should probably turn the light off, shouldn't I? No, that looks terrible. That would be a terrible idea. I won't be doing that again anytime soon. Still think they should be fitting tilting cabs on these telehandlers. It's a very interesting point. The machine that we saw there now is up to 22 metres now. I think when we were talking telehandlers of 5, 6 and even 10 metres, not that big a deal. Still, you've still got a visibility issue, but not that big a deal. When you get above 20 metres, bearing in mind I'm a man of a certain age and my eyesight is not that great, 20 metres is, what is that, 66 feet in old money, thereabouts? That's quite a long way to sit, particularly when you're precision placing a load at that height. Tilting cabs could be the way forward. If it happens, Gary, I think you should stake a patent claim right now, just in case anybody ever does it. Could make you a fortune. Going back to the Dark Magni video, he must be keen. He's starting before sunrise. Yeah, absolutely. Jim Turner's in the house as well. Morning, Jim. Thank you very much indeed for being here. Who else have we got there? Steve Williams saying good morning. More on the darkness of the Magni video. He must be a vampire. Well, on the basis that it is Sarah Michelle Gellar's birthday today, who, as I'm sure we all know, is Buffy the Vampire Slayer, maybe that's exactly... You think we throw this show together, we plan all of these. We don't plan anything at all. Mick Saunders in the house. Morning, Mick. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Sorry you missed out on the competition today. I think there are a few people that would resonate with that one, Katie. Conexpo, take me back. Yes, I'd happily go over there again right now. I have to admit, I got an invite to the Grib stand at this ISRI show that's coming up in Nashville, and I think it is next week. Obviously, I'm not going to be in Nashville next week, although that would have been very, very nice. I have to admit, pangs of jealousy. But it's only, what is it? 2 weeks and probably 3 days until I'm off to Verona for the Samota Fair. Can't say I can't say I'm counting the days, but I am counting the hours. Looking forward to that one enormously. Going back to our friend, the Scottish Batman, It's them Capstan full strength, 40 a day of them will do it. Yes, he did sound very gruff, didn't he? Gotta go. My home nurse is in the house. Goodbye all, and have a good day. You have a good day as well, Peter. The fact that you've got a home nurse, poor fellow's been very, very poorly, so get yourself well soon. Luke Carney is still sulking over not winning the chocolate. We're all out of chocolate, I'm afraid. I did get to keep the Colombian mug, but I didn't get to keep any chocolate. So I missed out as well, Lou, if that's any consolation. So we had a wild stab at what the Hyundai video was about. Dan Cullen said it's a new piece of equipment. I think that was fairly obvious. He then said an electric Mini from Volvo. Nope. Was expecting shoes, says Katie Kelleher, and Hyundai new seats, says Ken Hatcher. There you are. He also says that Hyundai servo levers are very light, which kind of plays into their comfort thing, I guess. Yes, lots of amusement about the hard hat, and I do realise if I turned up on a UK construction site wearing that hat, I'd probably be laughed at, and I'd probably have things thrown at me, but my head would be protected from anything thrown at me because I had a full face guard on. There you are. Let's have a look. Is he a way to play ice hockey with that hat? Quite possibly. There's our friend Craig Williams over at CSW. If Gary won, I'll be taking a trip to his house to throw eggs through his windows. Quite right too, but he didn't, so you're all okay. My question of the day: who's going to be tuning in? Gary Muirhead will be there. Jim Turner's going to be there as well. Fantastic. It's nice to know that I won't be. That's a bit of a worry. I've just seen this from Gary Muirhead. It says the show starts at 12. I need to go and change that. It is at 1 p.m. I'll tell you now. I had a ticking off by my client for wearing a different hard hat from the client's ones. I was told I couldn't wear it because if I had an accident, company insurance wouldn't cover it. I'm in numerous vehicles every day. You best get me a few hats then. I said to them, quite right too. Question of the day: if the hound don't need to cock his leg or has finished shaking the postman, then I'll be there. Thank you very much indeed, Lou. To your viewers, new viewers, please head over to www.plantworx.co.uk and register for your free tickets to the show. Just in case you are watching this afternoon, I've already got a button on my stream deck so that when I mention Plantworx, which I intend to do, I can press a button, you can link directly to it. Katie says, I love Buffy, what a show. Yeah, it kind of had me for a while and then it lost me for a while, not entirely sure. Had that ringtone on a 3310 for a long time. 3310. I bet the battery's still charged. That's the way they work, isn't it? Nashville. Would have been lovely. Yeah, go and do a bit of country music. I don't even like country music, but to be in Nashville in the spring would have been very nice indeed. I'm going to get that hat to wear to work, says Dan Cullen. I think it would make you perhaps a little emboldened when speaking to people that you don't particularly like. I'd be very keen to insult people wearing that much protection. But, yeah, there you are. Now, as Gary has just pointed out, I have managed to screw up the scheduling of today's show. It's at 1 p.m, not at 12. Not at 12 this afternoon. So I'm going to go and play around with that now, make sure that that's all done and dusted properly. So if you are around at 1 p.m. this afternoon, please join us. Let us know what you think about the new Kobelco machines. Let us know what you think about the new show format as well. It's a new show, so it's going to be punchy. I'll stick around for a chat if anyone wants it afterwards, but the whole idea is to get the show done and dusted in somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes. If you want to stick around afterwards, not a problem, but the show itself will be dead punchy. So if you have got a sarnie and a cup of coffee with you at 1 p.m. this afternoon, hit the go live button and we'll see you there. Until then, as I say, I'm going to go and fix the scheduling of that show now. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Everybody have a fantastic day. Hope to see you again at 1 p.m. Have a great weekend if I don't see you before, and I'll see you again on Monday if I don't see you this afternoon. All the very best.